welcome back to the Fetish Podcast. I'm your host, Nick.
This is Brandon.
That's my sidekick, Brandon.
I'm not a sidekick.
Today, we are going to record an episode about a different top 10-ish list.
Is it 10? Is the number of things 10?
Brandon, last week we covered the top 11 most prolific serial killers in American history, and that was kicking off Spooktober, wasn't it?
It was. Well, Spooktober continues.
Yeah, I thought I'd stay on theme this week, but I thought I'd reel it back a bit to something a little more lighthearted. And I know that's a problem for you.
Wait, you're pumping the brakes on Spooktober already?
No, I'm just saying in contrast to the dark, heavy, brutal nature of serial killers raping and necrophiliaing and severing heads to pay for their groceries.
I guess it is kind of hard to turn up the volume on the spooky meter when we started out so high.
Yeah, so I'm feeling in the Halloween spirit, but not serial killer spirit. And this week on episode 9, we are going to cover the top 10 most popular Halloween costumes of the year 2017, last year.
I'm taking notes here on the words that you just said.
So this is...
As measured by whom?
Good question, my sidekick host, Brandon. This is measured by Google, actually. Google Trends.
I'm not a sidekick.
Yeah, Google Trends measures popularity of Halloween costumes based on how many searches people are doing for them.
Is it during a certain time period?
Just for the whole year 2017. So it would capture people that are kind of preparing early and people that are waiting till the last minute.
Or people that are picking out disguises for robberies, which are not
right,
seasonal.
Yeah, I think I read that in the disclaimer on Google.
Okay, but there's 10 of them.
There's 10. I actually have the top 25 in front of me in case you guess any of those, but we are going to hone in on the top 10. But before we dive in, I actually want to take care of a few plugs at the start of the show instead of the end. How's that sound?
Sounds awesome. So
I do want to let people know that you can follow this podcast and this show on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at 10ishpod. That's at 10ishpod. If you want to shoot us over... Well, if you want to shoot us, period. But then also if you want to shoot us over some ideas for future top 10-ish lists, you can do that by following us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and sending us a message there, giving us some ideas and suggestions for topics. And one more plug. Brandon, I haven't even covered this with you in our pre-production meeting.
Oh, you mean fumbling around and cursing technology for 45 minutes before we started?
Well, you just reminded me. Hopefully our listeners notice an uptick in audio quality this week. I did finally get the old man over there on the other side of the phone to pony up a few bucks and upgrade our audio equipment.
You made it sound like I'm your sugar daddy.
Well, you're a daddy. Okay, the last plug here is that I say it every week, but there's a twist this week. We want you to go and rate us 5 stars and write a quick review for us on Apple Podcasts. Now, even if you don't use Apple Podcasts, every iPhone has Apple Podcasts already built into it. Go to that app, search for 10ish podcast, open it up, rate us 5 stars, write a nice little review, and if we can get 10 new reviews by next week, so this episode that we're recording now is going to be released October 17th, 2018. And if we can get 10 new reviews by October 24th, the next time we record, we will do a special bonus episode with opinion-based top 10 list for our loyal listeners.
That's a hell of a deal.
And what I mean by opinion-based is usually all of our top 10-ish lists are based on facts. So who are the top 10 serial killers based on body count? But an example of an opinion-based list is we would do the top 10 personal favorite serial killers, or
top 10 hottest serial killers.
Exactly. So if you want that bonus episode, it takes 5 seconds. Okay, it might take 20 seconds.
What are we going to do if they don't? What are we going to do to them if we don't get 10 reviews?
We will do a bonus episode, but it will only be Brandon exploring noises with his mouth.
There you go. You've been threatened.
Let's get a move on here and get to the list. Brandon, we're covering the top 10 Halloween costumes of 2017. Bear in mind, this includes costumes that adults could wear and kids. It's not...
Are there any costumes on here that are a normal thing plus the word naughty? Like naughty nurse, naughty cat, naughty shrub?
No.
Okay.
I'll give you a heads up, though. It's only fair. Some of these, not all, but some of the costumes in the top 10 are kind of vague, or not vague, but general and broad. So It's not like a specific character in every case.
Broad, like their female costumes.
All right. I'll insert a drum roll and then ladies hissing and booing in post-production here.
I think you should insert like some like primal jungle screams just to throw everybody off. And I'm also going to guess that there's some celebrity, some topic 2017 topically based celebrity costumes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to start guessing some of those.
Wait, let's start. As is tradition, what is definitely not in the top 10?
Well, we've ruled out all those naughty versions of like naughty.
We haven't necessarily
naughty
because Google publishes this list. By the way, anyone can see this list. You just go to frightgeist.withgoogle.com, published by Google, by their Google Trends team. But my point is, this is based on Google searches. So there might be lots of naughties in here, but Google just simplifies and captures everything into one.
Rolls it up.
Yeah. So
I would say that everything on here probably has a naughty version then.
Oh, I can almost guarantee it.
Okay, what is not on here?
Yeah.
What's a bad costume? What's a costume you don't want to be caught dead wearing?
I got one. You want to hear
There's
one?
no Bill Cosby costumes on here.
No Bill Cosby.
Even last year, before the conviction, I think his name was already chocolate pudding.
I had Jared from Subway on here too.
It's not much of a costume either. You just have to look like a dork whose clothes are sort of billowy.
How about Roger Rabbit? Brandon, I know he has a very special place in your heart. Do you
Roger Rabbit is probably a little bit out of season now.
Oh, you think? Well, I'll say that there are lots of costumes that are out of season that are in or near the top 10.
Jessica Rabbit.
Well, Roger Rabbit, when I said that, I really meant the whole category of Roger Rabbit.
Anything involved with Roger? Because some ladies do like to dress up like, or guys, I guess. Some people, could be any kind of people, like to dress up like Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah, right.
I'm saying that could have been a good guess.
How about a manatee?
A sea cow?
Do you think any kids begged their mommy to find them a manatee costume?
I'm sure there is a very environmentally thoughtful child out there who did want to be a manatee.
Well, it could be, but they're not in the top 10.
Spider's scary.
How about Tom Cruise's?
I think you can make almost any costume spooky or naughty.
Tom Cruise's character in The Mummy.
It was just Tom Cruise with a scared look on his face.
That movie was such bullshit.
I never saw it. I have this gift where I can see the trailer of a film and decide right then whether it's shit or not. And I did not get very far into the trailer for The Mummy before I decided I was looking at some shit. You watched the whole shit though?
No, I actually didn't see it. I just knew it was just like you. I knew it was shit already.
Okay, sorry, Tom.
I got one more on my list, not in the top 10. And try not to do a spit take while you fall into a stroke and heart attack at the same time when I say this.
Okay.
Ghostbusters is not in the top 10. But I do have good news. They are in the top 326.
Really?
At number 326.
That's shocking to me. Because one of the top 3 costumes I would like to put together for Halloween for an adult to dress up on Halloween is a Ghostbusters costume.
Well, we can all dream.
Is this not, I guess this isn't taking into account anybody who would have used Bing.
What? Anyone
Bing.
What? Bing?
This is based on Google. This is leaving out the
Bing.
This is leaving out the 70% of the population that uses Bing as their search engine
I
choice.
sincerely hope that you are joking when you say 70%.
I haven't looked at any numbers, but
try like 10%.
I'll tell you what. When I have a chance, I'll Bing it. I'll Bing it and see what I can find out.
Oh God! Hey, talk about the power of branding. By the way, people. There's a term for this in marketing that I can't remember, but when people talk about searching on the internet, I'll bet
surfing.
No, searching.
Uh-huh.
I'll bet 8 out of 10 people or more just refer to it as Googling it. I'll bet people that use Bing even call it Googling.
Like when people in Texas call every kind of soda beverage a Coke?
Yes, or like
Coke
how everyone calls a tissue a Kleenex, even though Kleenex is a specific brand.
Yeah, there's probably a word for that, but everyone is asleep, and now they We'll never know the answer.
Brandon, do you think Google will still be here in 100 years as a company?
Yes.
I don't think Facebook will.
No way. Google will probably buy Facebook's data at some point if they don't already have something similar, and then they'll own us.
All right, last one in my not in the top 10, and then we'll get to the real guesses. Brandon chortling while eating an airport hot dog and then trying to lie about it and pass off blame to his innocent best friend.
Again, hashtag hot dog Nick if you hate a liar, and hashtag hot dog Brandon if you like being stupid and wrong.
So far, I'd say hot dog Brandon's in the lead, but we'll move on. Everyone's waiting for this top 10 list. It's what they're here for. Brandon, give me some guesses. Who are shoo-ins for the top 10?
Can I say show me and then tell you the answer like in Family Feud? Because that's what I'm going to do.
Do you
show
need
me
to
clowns.
say no, or can you just know
Show me
that?
clown. Show me clown.
Clown is on the list. And yeah, we'll reveal the numbers as we go. Clown is number 3.
Why?
I actually, for every one of these, I put Nick's notes.
Oh, God. Give me one of Nick's notes for clown.
Nick's notes includes my guess as to why the clown, or why each entry made the list. And
Right.
my guess for clown is because 2017 was the year that it came out.
Oh, good idea. Yeah, maybe so.
Let's pause the podcast real quick so you can work on an apology for talking shit about Nick's notes when they are in fact coming in handy immediately.
That was just one of Nick's notes. I'm basing my feelings about Nick's notes on my experience with Nick's life. And I'm just guessing that as it goes on, things are going to fall apart.
Also in Nick's notes, I have semi off the top of my head who I think the most famous clowns are, and then I have the same for every category. I think the most famous clowns in the world are Pogo the Clown, which is John Wayne Gacy's, right? I have Pogo right?
Yeah, I think just people know him as John.
He's known as Pogo. Pogo the Clown is his alter ego. John Wayne Gacy was I think
people know John Wayne Gacy and they know the image. But I even forgotten off the top of my head. When you said Pogo, I was like, okay, what's a Pogo? I get you.
Well, if you want to know more about Pogo, go listen to episode 8 of our podcast where we broke down the most prolific serial killers and John Wayne Gacy / Pogo the Clown. I think number 5 or 6 he came in at. Other famous clowns, Pennywise the Dancing Clown, which is the clown from It.
Bozo.
And that was next on my list is Bozo. And I have a few fun facts about Bozo.
He's dead.
1, he's
Sorry.
dead. 2, my grandma called me Bozo growing up.
She was right.
And 3, well, never mind on 3. I was going to bring up the Seinfeld scene where George is talking to the clown and he says, Eric, what kind of name is that for a clown?
I forgot he was named Eric the Clown, and Eric the Clown was played by director Jon Favreau.
All right, and we just lost the other half of our listeners in fear of you going on.
He made Iron Man. A lot of people. He made Elf.
Mm-hmm, right. Yeah, that's great. But George gets mad at Eric for not knowing who Bozo the Clown is. He never heard of him.
He ought to have.
A few more Nick's notes here.
God damn, all these notes are about clowns?
No, that's just the clown entry. I got this shit for all of them. But the Google search of clown costume is actually down in 2017 from 2016, which I thought was interesting. And then Google also
2016 had those weirdo guys dressing up like clowns and then standing by the side of the street.
Oh yeah, you're right. Do you think that enticed people to want to be a clown for Halloween?
Yes. I think all those guys, before they picked up tiki torches, were buying clown costumes. Hot button, but I don't care.
All right. What else is in the top 10?
Wait a second. I got a Brandon's, I don't know a good word that starts with B.
Brandon's
bulletin. Brandon's bullet point. I got a bullet point about clowns.
Brandon's boring bullet point.
The first costume I guessed on this list probably does not have many naughty versions.
Clown?
Naughty clown sounds awful.
Wasn't there a naughty clown in your defining moment as a preteen?
Let me guess another one. I'm ready to guess another.
Killer Clowns from Space. Yeah, there's some naughty clowns out there. Go back and listen to episode 5, people, for that.
I'm ready to guess vampire.
Vampire, not in the top 10. But it is number 19.
Whatever. Frankenstein.
No, not even in the top 25.
Show me Mummy.
What? Money?
Mummy.
Oh, Mummy. No,
I'm
not
doing
top
my
25.
Family Feud thing.
No, I don't like that. Can you keep your references to this decade, this millennium?
Is Donald
maybe?
Trump on the list?
No, but I'll tell you that Donald Trump is number 71.
That low?
Yeah,
I would
surprised me.
Would have thought his mask, a mask of him, would have sold well.
There's a lot of...
Are there any political figures in the top 10?
No.
Witch
is number 6.
I knew Witch had to be up there because kids like to be witches too.
Witches peaked in Google searches for costumes in the year 2015, but they still managed to make the top 10 here at number 6. My guess, not that this is super, it's not timely, but I think it's timeless, and that's Hocus Pocus, the movie.
Yeah.
People love that movie, and it's a fine movie, but people, that is a cult classic, as they say.
Yeah, I don't have anything against Hocus Pocus, but it does not hold cult status in my heart.
No.
People like to dress up like the Hocus Pocuses.
Most famous witches from Nick's notes.
The Hokey Pokey. Yeah, give me some Nick's notes on witches.
Samantha Stevens from Bewitched. Isn't that her name? Do I have that right?
Yes.
I knew you'd know. And Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Are you saying those are famous witches?
And was Joan of Arc? She was called a witch, right?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's 3.
What about the Wicked Witch of the West?
Oh God, you're right. Yeah. See, this is why we do this podcast. For little nuggets naturally coming up like that.
Yeah.
Wicked Witch of the West, and then there was, what's the other one? The
Wicked Witch of the East?
No, she wasn't wicked.
There were 2 Wicked Witches.
Then what was the nice one?
Glenda the Witch of the North.
Was there a Witch of the South?
Yeah, she was a slut.
She wear a sombrero?
The slutty Witch of the South. I think there was a Witch of the South, but I don't know anything about her.
Hey, by the way,
I shouldn't slut shame her.
Brandon slut shaming on our podcast. That's great. You mentioned Wizard of Oz.
Yep.
I actually have a list here of my most embarrassing costumes as a kid.
Ooh.
And I was a homemade costume of the Tin Man in 2nd grade.
Were you covered in aluminum foil and did you pass out?
It was like a cardboard box that went over my body and then it was painted silver, and then my face had silver face paint, and I had like, not slinkies, but like what is that called? Like the accordion, like, do you know what I'm talking about?
An accordion?
No. Like, the dryer vent, the thing that connects your dryer vent. God damn it, Brandon, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's
the hose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I had those on both legs. And anyway, I wore this thing around school because everyone wears their costumes to school in 2nd grade.
Did you have a hole to potty through?
No, I just went inside the box. It was a bodysuit.
I figured that's where this was going.
Anyway,
I don't have a heart, but I do have a box full of piss here.
And a winky with which to piss from.
Whoa.
The takeaway there is everyone thought I was a robot. Not one person said, "Oh, the Tin Man."
I said, "Hey, look at this idiot dressed up like a stupid-ass robot."
That's my Tin Man. All right, you got Witch at 6, Clown at 3.
Werewolf.
No.
These are going to be lame as hell. Cardi B.
No.
Are there any musicians? Are there any more celebrities on this list? Are there any celebrities?
Would celebrities include fictional characters?
Yes.
Well, then yes.
Fictional characters, too. So there are specific characters.
Yeah, think of the year 2017. What came out?
Batman.
No, Batman is number 17.
Superman.
No, he didn't make the top 25. Superman was 54. Isn't that low, by the way? Superman at 54? I thought Superman would be a staple of, like, at least top 20 every year forever.
Maybe you don't have to Google search if you're going to be Superman. You just go to the Superman suit store, I guess.
Superman Costumes R Us?
Captain America.
No, not even in the top 25.
Are there any superheroes?
No, why don't I give you a hint here?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, God, I wish. Google in this list also gave the most popular categories for costumes, and I'm going to read them to you now.
Okay.
In order.
Are these hints too?
Yeah, there's something from each of these in here. The number 1 category for costumes is film characters.
Okay.
Number 2 is animals. Number 3 is comic book characters. Number 4 is professions. Number 5 is horror films. And number 6 is cartoons. Those are the 6 most popular categories of costumes as listed by Google.
I'm trying to remember what movies came out last year, and I might as well be trying to figure out like what I ate on my second day of life.
But I'm sure you could list off every movie from 1993.
Well, that's back when my brain worked. I can't think of shit that came out last year.
All right, well then let's skip that for now. There's also animals, professions, horror films.
Kitty cat.
No. But you're on the right track there.
What kind of animal do people like to dress up as?
I'll tell you, number 7 on this list shocked me that it made the top 10. It's just too simple for me.
Ghost?
No, but I thought Ghost would be in the top 10. It's number 33.
Zombie.
Zombie's number 9.
Zombie is probably on this list because there's so many different ways to do a zombie, and people are looking for ideas to rip off.
Right.
Cracked the code. No, I guess that's Brandon's bullet point, and that's that.
Have you ever been a zombie for Halloween?
The closest I was the Grim Reaper with a glow-in-the-dark skull.
God, you're such a fucking nerd.
I thought that was pretty badass. It's still badass, and if I had it, still I would wear it. It was a full skull mask that went over your entire head, and it glowed in the dark. It glowed in the dark.
Did you ever see those costumes as a kid? The Scream mask? I mean, obviously you've seen that, but they had a version where there was like a little pump connected to the face, and you'd squeeze it, and then blood would squirt out all over the face.
Holy shit.
Did you see that?
No.
I remember being in 4th grade in music class, sitting next to a kid, and he had the Scream mask on, and he says, "Hey, watch this." And he pulls out like a little, when they're taking your blood pressure, like that little squeezy ball. Uh-huh. It was one of those, and he did that, and then like this fake blood just splurted all over his face.
In the middle of music class?
Do you have a hearing problem? That's what I said.
It just seems like a weird place to be wearing your mask at school.
Well, it was Halloween, Brandon. I was the fucking Tin Man when I was 8, and this guy was the Scream guy. Did the Scream guy have a name?
Alex.
Hey, Scream is a movie that I'm kind of surprised isn't anywhere near the top 10 on horror films.
Good call.
Episode 5. But yeah, so Zombie's peak year for Google searches was actually 2013. And that's related to Nick's notes on what I think contributed to zombies, and that's The Walking Dead, the show. Started as a great show, now it's a good show. Most famous zombies, this was hard because there's not very many specific individual zombies with fame. Right?
Bill Murray.
Because, God, that's a good one. But yeah, usually in zombie films and shows, it's just a herd of zombies. They don't have names. They don't have jobs.
Oh, also...
They're not married to other zombies and have personalities.
What's his name? Simon Pegg's friend in Shaun of the Dead.
See, but these don't really count because...
Because I can't remember his name?
Well, no, because they're famous not for being a zombie. They're famous outside of being a zombie, or they were a character in the movie before becoming a zombie. Doesn't count.
These aren't America's zombie sweetheart?
The ones I got down, one of these you're going to say is cheating, but I don't care.
Jesus.
Wow, hang on. I need to pause for a minute. Take that in.
I don't care.
Wow. Profound. Jesus the zombie. I mean, he was.
I'm trying to slowly steer this podcast into me becoming an edgelord.
Well, in addition to Jesus, I got Jason Voorhees. He's technically a zombie.
Yep.
And the Night King from Game of Thrones. That's all I got.
Did he die when he got stabbed or whatever by the children of man? Because it looked like he just became the Night King. I can't really remember.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But he looks like a zombie. They all look like and they're all undead. So yeah, I guess he's a zombie.
Well, the thing I remember most about the Night King is...
hell of a blue ass.
Hell of an ass. Damn it, Brandon. That's my thing.
Okay, hey, I drank that Red Bull 3 hours ago, and I'm still flying high on it.
Yeah, you needed your Red Bull to stay up till 8:30. Okay, you got zombie number 9.
I don't have much so far.
All right, I'll give you some more hints. There's...
Policeman.
No, Policeman is not in the top 25.
Fuck.
You got a few more animals on here.
I mean, if cat's not on there, I don't know what other... gorilla. Monkey. Ape.
Which one?
Primate.
Gorilla, monkey, ape, or primate? What's your guess?
They are... A scientist would tell you they're all the same thing, just some are little and some are big.
More profound statements from...
So show me primates.
Red Bulled up sidekick host Brandon. And the answer is no. There's no monkey, ape, primate, or chimp, or lemur, or...
Bonobos ape?
None of those in the top 25, sir.
Cow.
You bring up Roger Rabbit every day.
A rabbit? Is a bunny on here?
Yeah,
I was a bunny for how...
Rabbit's on here.
Are you shitting me?
No, can you believe that? But there is a good reason, I think, because 2017, Peter Rabbit came out.
Oh, that's lame as hell. What number is he?
5.
That's lame. I was a rabbit for Halloween when I was in preschool. I think that was the only time I ever wore a costume to school. I must have... Back when I went to school, they didn't allow costumes at school, except for, I guess, in preschool. I wore my bunny costume to school, and someone pulled the tail until it was like hanging by a 10-inch strand of string.
Did you beat his ass?
I tried to drown him in my tears.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I was a rabbit once, but whatever. I think that's lame as hell. Kids, quit pulling stupid shit like that.
Well, it's the mommies doing the Google searches for the kids. So their kids could be Peter Rabbit.
Have either of your kids been a rabbit for Halloween? Have they been an animal?
My little girl was a kitty one year.
My boy was a moo cow.
A what?
A moo cow.
How's that different than just a cow?
It's cuter.
All right. Most famous rabbits, I have in big letters, not Roger Rabbit, but Bugs Bunny. We can count him, right? Bunny and Rabbit. Don't listen to anybody that tells you they're different. And then Peter Rabbit, of course.
What about the Tricks Rabbit?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Eddie Rabbit?
Is it what? Who?
Musician Eddie Rabbit. Singer-songwriter Eddie Rabbit.
From what?
From the Earth where they make music.
Is he in a band?
No, he's a solo artist, Eddie Rabbit.
Is he like a famous guy?
If I guarantee he's got a wiki page, look it up right now. Get ready to kiss my ass.
Okay, it's not that I don't believe you that he's an actual person, not
I'm
a
looking it up right now.
Of your imagination. Is it spelled Rabbit? Rabbit?
Yeah.
Is he famous? How many albums has he sold? If it's less than 10 mil, ain't worth my time.
He's an American country music singer-songwriter.
How old is he?
He's dead.
Okay. When did he die? What year?
He was born in 1941. He died in 1998, so that would make he was 57. He composed the song Kentucky Rain for Elvis and Pure Love for Ronnie Millsap. Yeah, he's got his own wiki page. Says where he was born, died, his career. I see a bunch of words, a bunch of stuff is highlighted. I see words Kenny Rogers.
Hang on, you said that he died in 98. Well, this podcast died in 2018 with you reading this wiki page. Are you ready to get back to the important shit that matters in life? And that's the top 10 Halloween costumes of the year 2017.
Yes.
Anything else on rabbits?
No, I'm getting ready to guess Mickey Mouse.
Hang on, was Jessica Rabbit a rabbit? Or is she just a person with the last name Rabbit?
She took the last name of her husband.
Was it Roger?
Yes.
I haven't seen that movie in I don't even know how long. So she's not an actual bunny.
No.
It makes me feel a little bit better.
She's a human. What? It makes you feel better about being allured by her?
No comment. All right, you said mouse, or you said Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse.
But mouse by itself is on here, and I'm going to assume that includes Mickey and Minnie.
Where is mouse on here? This is infuriating.
7. This is by Google. I'm not making these up, Brandon.
It's got to be moms of babies looking up cute ways to make a mouse. I mean, that's fine.
Hey, but guess what? You're going to love this. Google also includes on all these the cities where each costume was most searched in the United States. By the way, if I didn't say this already, all these searches are specific to the U.S. One of the top 5 cities searching for mouse costumes was
Orlando.
Tulsa, Oklahoma, which
we live in.
Which me and Brandon reside in, that quaint little city. And Tulsa, Oklahoma, where Brandon lives, is the same city where mommies are searching for mice costumes for their little kids.
A few years ago, we took my son to a train show here in town. They had like toy trains and model trains.
Hang on, before you keep going, how long is this story? Is it going to be like a minute?
It's very short.
Okay.
But it attracted all kinds of people from all walks of life. And we saw a woman, older woman, and her 2 children. I don't know if they were grandchildren or she looked too old to be their birth mother. So they caught our attention and they were all wearing the same shirt. And it was a tie-dye shirt with a giant image. We're talking spanning shoulder to shoulder and from the neck hole to the hemline of the shirt.
The what hole?
The neck hole to the hemline. The entire front of the shirt was the face of a white rat with blood red eyes. Front and back of their shirts, and all 3 of them were wearing matching shirts. Does that not strike you as terrifying?
It was a mouse face?
Yes. It was a photorealistic photo of a mouse or white rat. I don't know which one. With like those super reddish pink freaky eyes. The kind that some people have as pets, but you're like, why do you have that as a pet? I should have just taken a picture.
So wait a minute. You wait all the way through your life wanting a platform to speak to the masses. You finally get one with this podcast. We're reaching millions. We got celebrity listeners.
Okay.
Leo's listening. And the way you choose to use your time on that platform is to tell us that you saw one time
some people wearing some ugly shirts.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Leo.
All right, people.
I was speaking.
I'll try to remember to edit the last few minutes.
I guess since Rabbit and Mouse are on here, any bets are off when it comes to dumb shit animal ideas.
Well, there's only 2 more animals on here, and you can't find either of them in a zoo.
You got some Nick's notes on Mouse?
Yeah, so we already said Mickey and Minnie. That's my guess for why Mouse is so high. The most famous mice, Mickey and Minnie, but also Stuart Little.
Yeah, you can drive a car.
Jerry from Tom and Jerry.
Yep.
That's it. Oh,
Computer
and
Mouse. Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse.
Danger Mouse. Go ahead.
Mice searches peaked in the year 2015. So tuck that little nugget away, people. That'll impress your next date prospect at the party. But who can? Our listeners ain't going to parties.
Doctor.
No, not in the top 25.
Is there a profession in the top 10?
Well, we already covered clown.
That's not a profession, that's a perversion.
There's a profession-ish in the top 10.
Not helpful. Is there anything remaining in the top 10 that is topical to the year 2017?
Yes, two things.
These are so broad so far.
Think about the hint I gave a minute ago. What animals are there in the world that you can't find in a zoo? Well, that's a bad hint.
Can't find in a zoo?
What animals exist or have existed or could exist that are not in a zoo?
Real animals. Not crypto.
Real-ish.
Dinosaurs?
Yeah,
Unicorns?
Dinosaurs in the top 10.
Wait, you said real-ish.
Well, yeah, because dinosaur is real.
Are you
I actually think that the devil put dinosaurs here to
tempt us?
Yeah, to tempt, to confuse us. That's my official stance. But
that devil is a rascal. What number is dinosaur?
Number 10. And I said real-ish because the other entry is not real. But dinosaur is.
Famous dinosaurs?
Littlefoot.
All of them.
Reptar.
Yeah.
You know Reptar, right? Or were you too old for Rugrats?
Yeah. No, I know Reptar.
Did you watch Rugrats?
Sure.
Don't give me that shit. Did you watch Rugrats?
Yeah, I was 22 years old. Yeah, I watched Rugrats.
Okay, watched Rugrats starting at age 22. My guess for why dinosaurs are on here, this is topical, is Jurassic World.
Oh, yeah. Also, ABC sitcom Dinosaurs, starring people dressed up in dinosaur costumes.
Yeah, that's topical, you're right. Trending dinosaur searches on Google are trending down in 2017, but they are expected to rebound in 2018 with Jurassic World 2.
Expected to rebound? I hope so. I've invested heavily in dinosaur search stock.
And you'll be happy to know, too, that Tulsa was also a top 5 city searching for dinosaur costumes.
The hell is wrong with people around here?
Hey, have you seen... Everyone's seen it. That really, like, the go-to T-Rex costume that's really popular right now. That people wear in, like, YouTube videos. Yeah.
Yep.
What is that? That's, like, popped up out of nowhere the last 2 or 3 years, and it's everywhere.
Yeah, last year at Halloween, there was a guy in a dinosaur famously, I think in the video it seemed to freak President Trump out. Like, it was the only person in a long line of trick-or-treaters that he did not greet or acknowledge. And it was just an anonymous person in a big inflatable dinosaur costume.
Wait, that doesn't answer my question, though, of why.
Like, why why what? Why is that popular?
Where did this dinosaur costume come from?
It was found buried in amber. I'm just full of beans tonight on the pistol.
I mentioned at the top of the show that people can follow us on Tennis Pod to give us suggestions for future top tennis topics, and I stand by that. But I'm also saying you can follow us on Tennis Pod and let me know if you'd like to replace Brandon as a sidekick host on this show, because I don't know if this is sustainable.
I'm not a sidekick.
By the way, Land Before Time, watched it recently because I got little kids now, and damn, that's a good movie. Okay. You got 3 clown, 5 rabbit, 6 witch, 7 mouse, 9 zombie, 10 dinosaur. You're missing 1, 2, 4, and 8.
These are just maddening.
All right, let me help you.
There's no rhyme or reason to these.
Yes, there is. I've given you rhyme and reason to every one of them, including Jurassic World. So here were some costumes that before looking at this list, I thought these were shoo-ins, and none of them made the top 10. Some of these we've already said. Star Wars.
Not in the top 10.
No, it's number 30. We already said Ghost, which is number 33. Power Rangers. I thought, kind of like Superman, Power Rangers is just a mainstay.
You know what my problem is I keep switching back and forth between thinking about kids and adults, and I need to think of costumes that are for babies and kids and adults.
Big stinky men.
And even dogs.
Yeah, dogs. I was a Red Power Ranger when I was 5.
Where did that come from?
I talked about Power Rangers. I said Power Rangers are number 43.
Oh.
All right, I'm moving on.
I don't know what to say about that.
Thank you. Daenerys Targaryen.
What number is she?
46. Superman 54, Donald Trump 71, Elmo. I thought Elmo, for sure all the babies would be Elmo. He's number 202.
Elmo's gotten kind of hot button lately, too.
Why?
Because the puppeteer was accused of inappropriate relationships.
I've not heard this.
I don't want to drag Elmo's name through the mud.
You got some new hot button to bring up every time we talk. Are you the hot button mafia?
I just have a lot of hot buttons with me today. I found a hot button at the bottom of that Red Bull can.
Paw Patrol. I see that shit everywhere. Number 47, and Black Panther.
Yeah, that's the big superhero movie from last year, and he's not even in the top, 30?
Well, that's what I thought too, but after I wrote that down, I actually learned he came out this year in February, but still. Black Panther's number 244.
Pumpkin. How about somebody dressed up like a pumpkin?
Number 24 is Pumpkin.
God damn it.
All right, do you want me to... I'll read you 11 through 25. I'm going to start at 25.
Just tear through them. 25
is Chucky from Child's Play.
Mm-hmm.
24, Pumpkin. 23, the Joker. 22 is a skeleton.
Oh, God.
21, Belle from Beauty and the Beast, which...
It beat skeleton.
Did the Emma Watson Beauty and the Beast come out in 2017? Or was that the year
Probably.
before? We got Doll at 20.
Okay.
Vampire at 19. Listen to 18. Monster.
What? Just a nondescript monster?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
A
Maybe
monster that couldn't get in with the Frankenstein's union or...
Who's the most famous monster?
What do you mean? Sully? Mike Wazowski?
There's also Frankenstein's monster and...
A Dracula?
Well, Dracula is a vampire.
And a monster.
All right. 18 was Monster. 17 is Batman. 16 is It. So we already covered Clown at number 3, but people that were searching for It specifically is number 16. 15 is Mermaid. 14 is just Superhero. 13 is Ninja.
Okay.
12
I'm superhero.
You can't act like moms that don't know better, that have small kids. Don't just go on Google and say superhero costume. Can't you see that happening?
Talk to your children. Don't Google stupid shit. Talk to your kids.
12 is Moana. 11 is Princess.
Moana is a princess.
So is Belle. I'm going to give you a hint. Number 8 is one of the ones you're missing. This is taken directly from hashtag Nick's notes. Nick was a pirate for Halloween around age... Oh, shit, I just spoiled it. Okay. I was a pirate.
The answer is Nick.
It's pirate.
Oh, it's pirate.
Yeah, pirate's number 8.
Pirate is one of those I can, like, there's a baby pirate, there's kids pirate, there's naughty, nasty pirate, butt pirate, and adult pirate, and old people pirate.
We call that the Brandon pirate.
Tell me some famous pirates.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah?
He's probably number 1.
Captain Crunch?
Captain
He wasn't a pirate, he was an honorable military man.
Well, they kind of, in the cartoon of Captain Crunch, they kind of blur the line there a little.
He plays by his own fucking rules.
Captain Hook was another one I had.
Yep.
And my guess for why pirates are so popular is Pirates of the Caribbean, which, by the way...
Blackbeard, Bluebeard, all those beards.
Is Bluebeard a one? That's
Bluebeard? Yeah, there's a guy named Bluebeard. I don't think his beard was blue. I think Blackbeard, he did have a big black beard, and he lit parts of it on fire when he would go into battle.
Big black what now?
Beard.
Oh, beard, okay. And he would light it on fire?
Yep, to scare people, and that is pretty scary.
Is this real?
That's like historical fact. I think his name was William Teach. Blackbeard would like roll parts of his beard into twisty points and then just set them on fire. So this fucking madman with his face on fire would jump on your boat and stab you with his cutlass. Yeah, he ought to be number 8.
What time frame did this esteemed gentleman inhabit the earth?
When did he sail the 7 seas? The late 1800s.
Oh, really? Okay.
Or no, sorry, not late 1800s. The late 18th century. Yeah, pirate times were like right around the same time as like George Washington times.
So why
they're rolling in the same circles, historically speaking.
Can you really trust anything from history from the 1700s? Who says this guy was lighting his beard on fire? Him?
Eyewitness accounts. People wrote that shit on coconuts, or scraped it in the sand, or wrote it on a wrote it on a papyrus.
They scraped it in the sand. It went from the sand, which lasted, what, a few hours before it was washed away at most?
If you were doing shorthand, that was really convenient.
Oh, my God.
There's 2 left on here.
No, there's 3 left. You're missing 1, 2, and 4. So 1 and 2 are fictional characters that are topical. And number 4 is a fictional animal.
Okay, fictional animal. I know when I find out what it is, I'm going to be really irritated that it's not. I don't feel like it's a fictional animal. So I'm trying to instead concentrate on those first 2. It's so hard. I can't remember anything that happened last year. I've tried to forget.
You need more hints?
What was something hot in the news? Michael Jackson.
What the hell? Why was Michael Jackson...
He wasn't in the news. Is he on there?
No.
I guess that wouldn't make any sense.
Macaulay Culkin's on here.
He is?
No. He's not, Brandon. He's not. All right, do you want another hint?
Yeah.
Superhero.
Spider-Man.
No, Spider-Man is not in the top 10.
Is this a superhero that is more popular than Batman and Superman and Spider-Man?
No, but it's more topical and timely with 2017.
Ant-Man?
No.
Thor. Hulk.
Well, if you can get out of your tiny, sexist pig mind for more than 10 seconds...
Captain Marvel.
No.
Wonder Woman. The Wonder Woman movie came out.
Wonder Woman.
I didn't see that movie last year. I saw that movie this year.
Wonder Woman is number 1.
Well, good.
And you'll be happy to know that its top peak year in Google searches was also 2017. And my guess, this is directly from Nick's notes. Hang on, I'll give everyone a second to get out a pen and paper so they don't lose this fact. Brandon, you got your pen and paper ready?
I got a scratch pad.
You have your sand and your papyrus ready?
Mm-hmm.
My guess as to why Wonder Woman ranked so high is because of Wonder Woman.
The movie?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Justice League as well. And since this is number one, I'll tell you the top 5 cities where Wonder Woman was searched for in respect to costumes on Google last year. Parkersburg, West Virginia, Bozeman, Montana, Abilene, Texas, Great Falls, Montana, Utica, New York. So to our dozens of listeners in Parkersburg, Bozeman, Abilene, Great Falls, and Utica, congratulations.
You guys must have really enjoyed the Wonder Woman movie.
Which I did not see.
What'd you say about Nazis?
Number 2 is also in the superhero space, but it's actually a villain. Which, by the way, this is definitely this is episode 9 here, and in our first 9 episodes, this is the worst you've ever done. This is the worst either of us have ever done.
This was awful. I thought this was going to be short and easy. You said it's not the Joker. It's a villain.
Joker is number 23. But this person is tied very strongly to the Joker.
Oh, it's from Suicide Squad. This was the year of the female comic costume. Oh, what's her face? Not Poison Ivy, but
I'm just going to sit here and see how long it takes you.
I know her name. It's just escaping me.
I'll bet if it was a male supervillain, you would have no problem remembering the name.
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn is number 2. And what's
Sometimes
interesting...
you forget the word for like...
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you hand me and you can't remember the word for spoon?
I think that's early onset dementia, and people around your age typically start to get that. But Harley Quinn, what's interesting is she was in the movie Suicide Squad, but that movie actually came out in 2016, not 2017. But I guess it had a lingering effect on Google searches in Casper, Wyoming, Billings, Montana, Sherman, Texas.
You know what I think of? You want to talk? Are we going to name famous Quinns?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. She was an early precursor to the Harley Quinn character. Character changed a lot over the years.
I did not know that.
Did you really believe me?
No. Yes. Maybe.
Give me another Nick's notes about Harley Quinn.
That's all I got. Oh, my guess as to why she ranked so high is Suicide Squad, the movie.
Good guess.
All right, you're missing number 4, and that's it.
It's a mysterious animal.
Yes, but I'll also take a quick sidebar here to tell you another embarrassing Nick costume from my childhood. I was an M&M.
Which color?
That's the worst part. It was brown.
The most boring M&M?
The most boring and the most suggestive.
People like, look at that cute little shit. A little turd ball. Honey, what are you supposed to be? Are you a little turd ball?
My sister was a Hershey Kiss.
Are you a Whopper, honey?
My sister was a Hershey Kiss. I was an M&M. Thanks, Mom. Brent, what were you? And not just tell us the badass ones like the Grim Reaper. What were you when you were a kid?
Let's see. There was a Mickey Mouse.
You were Indiana Jones. I know that.
I was never Indiana Jones.
Oh, really?
I would have liked to have been. Big Bird, Mickey Mouse.
Wait, whoa. Big Bird.
Yes, I was Big Bird when I was
23.
1 or 2 years old.
Now, was this a good Big Bird costume where you were like engulfed within a full body suit?
No, this was a store-bought Big Bird costume. This would have been 1983. It was like a plastic shirt that had a print of yellow feathers on it. And then it came with a plastic mask with the eye holes cut out and a string to go around your head. And the hole for the eyes would always sort of cut at your eyelashes and eyelids.
How do you even remember this if you were 1 or 2?
Well, I remember, there's a picture. There's pictures of me with this costume. I don't remember wearing it.
And
but I do remember those masks, which I wore many years with many different costumes. The same style of plastic masks with the eye holes cut out would always irritate your eyes after a while.
Do you think you could send me that picture so I can just save it for myself and not share it on our social media channels?
Yeah, it's actually adorable. I'll send you a picture of me vomiting on Halloween dressed as a ninja.
Great. Thank you. Someone was actually asking if we had any of that.
In first grade, I was so excited to be a ninja for Halloween that I made myself physically ill at school. And I was sick. I was thrown up. There's pictures of me and my brother and my cousins in our costumes. And then there's a picture of me like going to the bathroom to vomit.
What grade? First
grade. So
if
good
it makes
times.
you feel better, your disgusting voice right now makes me want to vomit.
Yeah, everything turned out for the best.
We're down to number 4 here. It's the last one on the list.
A cryptid.
Yeah, you think a cryptid ranked higher than the Joker, Batman, superhero
not
ninja?
Chupacabra.
Not the Chupacabra.
It's not the
Chupacabra. I think that's number 11.
Is it it's not a Bigfoot. Is it a Bigfoot?
No.
Unicorn.
Unicorn is number 4.
That must be counting like millions of 6-year-old girls.
Well, yeah.
Or I bet there's probably some slutty unicorns.
There's probably some male unicorns out there. Your mind is just very one-dimensional and just sexist on both fronts. So my guess as to why unicorns rank so high, My Little Pony.
Yep.
Because there is a character on there named Twilight Sparkle, who, despite the show being called My Little Pony, she's a unicorn. She's part of the main cast. I heard
Are you a brony?
Contracted for a few seasons there. What the hell's a
brony?
What's that?
You've never heard of bronies? They're these fellas who, all the pictures I've seen of them, they don't look like things are going well. But they're young men who have lost their way and really love My Little Pony.
Wait, they specifically love My Little Pony?
Yeah, they wear stuff and they dress up and they make art and they go to conventions and they call themselves bronies.
Have you seen those people that dress up as mascots? Animal mascots, furries, I think they're called.
Furbies? Fuzzies?
No, not Furbies, furries. They
furries.
like dress up as mascots and they rub up on each other.
Yeah,
and
I watched an episode of MTV True Life. It was MTV True Life, I'm a Furry. And it was all about this kid who was like, he aspired to go to a furry convention and put on his mascot costume and be with other people who wanted to be furries. And so he went and he put on his costume, and all these costumes have fucking dick holes and buttholes. Like, they have holes. They have like patches. They have little ports.
Oh, wait. So there's actual like intercourse happening.
I think so.
I thought they just rubbed on each other.
But there was a part where he met another guy that he liked, they liked each other's costumes, and then they went off together and had a good time in the costumes together. And I was like, I don't know, like
And you were like, that looks pretty sweet and that looks pretty fun.
I couldn't figure out if he just wanted the costume or the guy in the costume or the combination.
He wants the costume. See, the way I remember it, I saw a CSI episode about it.
Is this a joke?
No. And I think it was CSI. And I think it's like, even if you're not gay and you're straight, you can still be with another guy if he's in a girl mascot costume, right? It's all about the costume. So if you're a straight man and you're dressed up as a male monkey mascot, and you meet another man, but he's dressed up in a female dolphin mascot costume, you don't ask. You don't care, boy or girl. You just say, I'm sexually attracted to the dolphin mascot costume.
The human interaction is just a vehicle in order to hump.
Right. They're not arranging this with words. They're arranging this with looks and sexual lustful tension in the air.
And pheromones.
That's it. Exactly. You got it.
It's a bunch of chubby guys farting in a hotel ballroom together.
They just go over into a corner and it's like snake. Have you seen Snakes and Sex? How they're just like all over. They're like, that's what it's like. But with mascot costumes,
you're talking about like the medical symbol where they're just twisted around each other.
Right. Yeah. but they're big, blocky, inconvenient, sweaty mascot costumes.
We're supposed to be talking about unicorns.
Yeah. How did this happen? Twilight Sparkle is
Nick,
unicorn.
we've been recording for like 3 hours. You just blacked out and your eyes rolled in the back of your head, and you talked about furries for hours.
But interesting fact on my little on unicorn costumes is 2017 was the peak year for Google searches of all time for unicorn costume. And if you lived in Dayton, Ohio, you especially loved searching for unicorn costumes.
What year did Unikitty and Puppycorn come out?
I don't even know. Was that English you just spoke? What?
They're in the Lego movie. There were two, like a character named Unikitty, I think, and then it was a spin-off, and now Lego is screwing parents out of more money when they made a cartoon for Unikitty and Puppycorn. They're half animal, half unicorn, and they're also Legos. So if it came out last year, maybe we should stop the podcast and I should go to bed.
Can you not drink Red Bull ever again?
Well, it's been, I am sweating profusely.
I forgot you're under a blanket this whole time.
I made a blanket fort studio in order to bring everyone better audio quality, and I knew it was going to be hot in here, so I stripped down first.
Wait, you're naked under there?
I'm wearing underwear. And I'm sitting in a leather chair under this blanket, and I am just drenched in flop sweat talking about unicorns and furries. All right, everyone,
just remember that's hashtag hot dog Brandon.
If you are a piece of shit.
Yeah, you tell me which one of us sounds more likely to have dined over an open trash can with a big, greasy, fat airport hot dog with stinky airport travelers closing in all around us. Brandon's used to it. He's loving it right now, naked under a blanket. But
I will take an oath under this blanket and before God that I have never eaten a hot dog in an airport.
Remember when you called Satan a little rascal?
Little scallywag.
All right. Well, we're going to go through the top 10 here, but we guessed them all, but we'll review them real quick. Before we do that, in the spirit of supporting other podcasters like us, I want to talk about another podcast that I've been listening to this week and really enjoying.
Tell us, brother.
It's called Everyone Has a Story, and it's actually a really cool podcast where they interview ordinary people and talk about the cool stuff they're doing. And in fact, instead of me blabbering on about it, why don't I just let you listen to this?
It wasn't even a cool dog like a Rottweiler. It's like, no, a Schnauzer almost took me off the earth.
So, did you drink a lot? Did you do drugs? I mean, what?
Yeah, yes, to both.
And I gotta tell you, I was an ass.
Really?
For the bulk of those years.
Okay, just and like what you mean, arrogant?
Arrogant. It was just all about Phil Moon, whatever Phil Moon could do to benefit Phil Moon.
Okay.
And I didn't care who I walked on, who I stepped on, who I angered.
Have you ever passed someone on the sidewalk and wondered what their story is? What makes them tick? What makes them who they are? I'm Nathan Wade, and I'm the host of Everyone Has a Story podcast. Each week we interview an average person and explore the events that have impacted, shaped, and molded them into the individuals they are today. In this world of vicious social media rants and bitter partisan politics, we need to put the Facebook down and shut the Fox News or CNN off and take our neighbor a plate of cookies. I'm trying to do my small part here to bring people a little closer together. So grab your favorite beverage, find a comfy chair, and join me in on the conversation. Everyone Has a Story releases a new episode every Monday morning. You can subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. You can also listen and subscribe at everyonehasastorypodcast.com. Remember, everyone is unique. Everyone has a story. What's yours?
Oh yeah, I loved listening to that. My ears are full and happy. This is the first time I'm hearing about it, and I'm interested in this podcast. I will subscribe and download some episodes as soon as we stop recording and I can breathe again.
And you take a shower, for the love of God. For your wife, please take a shower. That's Everyone Has a Story. It's available on wherever you get your podcasts. But back to the list here as we wrap things up. I'm going to go through the top 10 again. Starting at number 10, we got Dinosaur, zombie, pirate, mouse, witch. 5 is rabbit,
Bullshit.
unicorn, clown, Harley Quinn, Wonder Woman, and, as a bonus, taken from hashtag Nick's Notes, already trending this year for 2018, The Incredibles,
Yep.
Wonder Woman, Black Panther, Stranger Things, Deadpool, Rick and Morty.
Some of those are popular around my house.
But we know it's not Wonder Woman because she's not a man superhero.
My child told me today that if he gets a Happy Meal and it has that they give him a girl's toy on accident, he's going to throw it in the trash. I've never seen him angrier than when he gets a Happy Meal and it turns out to be a bullshit girl's toy.
Well, yeah, I mean, he just got his driver's license last year, right?
He's 5, and if he ends up getting a girl's toy or a female action figure or something, he hands it to my wife and says, "Here, you can have it."
Well, that's very giving of him. I mean, he's just trying to be generous.
Yeah. Good heart on him.
Brandon, we did it. We did the top 10-ish Halloween costumes of 2017. We'll have to do this again a year from now on episode 60-something of the 10-ish podcast.
I'll be better prepared next year.
No more Red Bulls for you, but guess what? Guess what next week is?
Spooktober continues?
Well, that's up to you, because you got the list next week, but I'm going to put the pressure on you right now. I'm going to turn up the heat, because next week is the 10th episode of the 10-ish podcast. You got to make it good.
Top 10 naughty costumes of 2017.
Well, if anyone does have good ideas out there for an epic top 10-ish list to cover next week, send them our way on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. And don't forget, review us by next week on Apple Podcasts. If we get 10 new reviews, we will do a bonus episode. And
we're going to do one, and the one we do, if you don't do it, you won't like it.
Right. What did I say we were going to do?
I'm just going to make a bunch of experimental noises. I do that around the house anyway. It shouldn't be a problem.
With your mouth. And you know what? We're actually going to hire hitmen, but we'll instruct them not to kill you. We're going to instruct them to come to your house, hold you down, and make you listen to that bonus episode of Brandon experimenting with noises with his mouth. The top 10 of that. Yep. You don't want that to happen, trust me. We can also just do the top 10 hours of Brandon talking after drinking a Red Bull.
We got to end this. I'm so hot.
All right. Let's end it here. Thanks, everyone, for your time. We'll see you on next week's 10th episode of the 10-ish podcast. Bye. I'd like to thank Kevin McLeod for his song Hackbeat, which we found on Incompetech.com for the official 10-ish podcast theme.